Since my childhood, I was confused and hypnotized to believe something wrong about my gender. And as I mentioned before, I am a transgender person by birth. That was natural for me, but something was cut off. So I'm not led by my penis kind of thing. Okay. Since childhood, I was hypnotized to speak up for demons and devils. I didn't like them, but I was hypnotized to defend them. But when I saw them, I didn't remember those are demons of the flesh kind of thing. Okay? So I defended a bunch of Hamans, basically. They bullied me, they cornered me, they hypnotized me to speak up for them. Okay? Something I would not do. Normally, that is unnatural for me to do. Okay? So they forced me to speak on their behalf. In the Bible, there's this phrase that talks about Satan. I saw Satan fall like lightning or something. That is a mistranslation. Okay? Satan is not the correct word. Okay? What fell like lightning? It's not me. They were hoping I would fall like lightning. Okay? I mean, I've been hurt. I felt since my childhood. Because I was bullied. I was hypnotized to death constantly. Persecuted. Okay? But this particular scripture was referring to demons and devils. Okay? And all those that partook in that rebellion against God. So, kind of funny how they mistranslated, perhaps on purpose, someone that was malicious or that didn't know what they were talking about. Okay, so I was confused about my gender growing up. I knew at a young age that I was also masculine, aside from being feminine. I knew something was missing, but I was persecuted and hypnotized so much I forgot. And over time, I just thought I was a woman only, because that is how the religious taught me. Even though I'm not religious, I was around a lot of religious people and environments, like a servant to them, a puppet, a slave, human trafficked by them. Okay? So, what ended up happening is my soulmates were cut off from me because of the device in my head. I saw them, and next thing I know, they were getting married to the wrong people, and I realized, oh, they were supposed to be my spouses. You see what they did to me? They robbed me of my own soulmates. So, what ended up happening, because I was cornered, I was hypnotized by these damn demons, people, okay, the Hamans. What they would do was they would force me in a place where their view of life was accepted. But they would do that by force. So they would force my people out of my life through hypnotisms, through scandals, or through mishaps in life, through terrorism even, okay, warnings, things like that, through threatening to kill me, Okay? They would force them out of my life while I was hypnotized to focus on them. So I ended up dating this person that I regret. Okay? This person was dark-skinned, okay? And I regret that completely. I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? That's not my true self. That is not my true desire. But they hypnotized me to do that. That isn't even the gender I'm interested in. See what I'm saying? I ended up going against everything of my true self because that is what they did to my head through a device. That is the mark of the beast. They were severing my subconscious mind. And so everyone that partook, their subconscious minds were being severed from the truth about God, truth about the original creation, the order of creation. And because they mixed me, they had me like dating or around a certain person that I would never choose to be around, but was being hypnotized to the point of death, like exhaustion, because I had no soulmates around me. And the ones that were potentially my soulmates I didn't even recognize. That's how hypnotized I was to just try to find a man to marry, and I'm not even interested. You see what I'm saying? Because I look feminine, and I am feminine, but I'm also masculine. Okay? So this is the crisis I've been in throughout my life. Okay, so also, I needed to just let you know that was against my will, against my wishes, against my intention, was to be around the wrong people. Okay? They put me with a Haman. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so what happened is other people started hanging around Hamans that should not be around Hamans. My soulmates. You see what happened? You know, it's messed up. People started hanging out with demons in the flesh. You see what I'm saying? How horrible that is? I don't want a demon in the flesh as my slave servant. I don't want slaves. And I don't want my enemies serving me. You see what I'm saying? How foolish that is? You hear what I'm saying? You know, kind of thing. How stupid that is? Why would I want to sit on a bus with a bunch of Hamans? But that's what they've been doing since my car broke down years ago. I haven't even had a new car to protect myself. People see my need. They haven't met my need. They expect me to meet my need after everything that happened to my head. And the Bible talks about, you know, considering the least of these. What if the least of these is God, the Godhead, being enslaved, human trafficked by a device, a beast device? And everybody saw God's needs, but they just wanted to spring up in God's face and make themselves popular on social media while they made all of God's money and stole the credit, all that God had done for themselves, robbing God. of housing, of vehicles, of money, of gifts. Okay, this is of the presidency. See what I'm saying? Alright. It's so weird. What's so weird is seeing all these religious people, and they're like, oh, I love God. Oh, I love Jesus Christ. And not one of them lifted a finger. You see what I'm saying? To help God, to help Jesus Christ. They're just murdering Jesus Christ all over the place. To rob God through belief. Name it, claim it. That's what they would do to me. Call me it. I'm just like, my true self? No, I did not allow that. You robbed me. They're all getting all these houses. Well, God's house has been robbed by Jezebel, the demon crew. You know what I mean? See what I'm saying? Jezebel is not exactly a demon or a devil. Jezebel is white. The demons and devils are black, kind of thing. Mixed, that kind of stuff. Okay. So what happened years ago, this whole Black Lives Matter bullshit? Okay. What happened is I went to a university when I was younger, exploring universities and stuff. Because I thought maybe I could go to a university. I went to one that I was supposed to go to because of my gift of music. Anyway, there was this Hamans crew with a camera that they should not have. They actually stole that through hypnotism and other things. And they came up to me very rudely and like forced their camera on me and asked me a stupid question. Trying to make out like I was some kind of racist. Even though I'm the one who like was hypnotized to defend them, right? They wanted me to defend their race that is illegal in my nation. USA? Okay. My nation, the USA? Okay. America, okay. USA. United States of America? Kind of thing? Okay. With a camera at my face as they hypnotized me and persecuted me to get the words they wanted out of my voice, off my lips. So they threatened my race, white race, okay, to get me to defend their race. And what I actually said, they kind of bullied me. I was like, they were like, what? You don't think that, basically they were manipulating me to get an answer so I could look like a racist against black people or something. And what I ended up saying was white lives matter, because they were condemning white people. But then I said, and Black Lives Matter. But I said that to you, but not to me. Okay, so white lives matter to me, but to them, Black Lives Matter. See what I'm saying? To Hamans, Black Lives Matter. To demons, Black Lives Matter. But to me, I said white lives matter, because my whole childhood, all I could see was white people being condemned by black people and harassed, sexually harassed and bullied, because that's what they were doing to me. I was like, why the hell are you in my nation? Get out. Back to Hades and such. Okay? Alright, so that started a movement that I did not want. And they asked me years later, hey, what do you think about Black Lives Matter? And I was like, hey, as long as that's not a racist thing, that doesn't turn out to be a racist agenda against white people. You see what I mean? They tried to get me to approve of that whole Haman terrorist organization. They have been bullying Americans, not just since COVID, but building up to COVID. And then during COVID, they had all these black people invade white family homes and celebrities and movie stars and singers. You know what I mean? And they were getting this compensation that they should not have gotten for robbing me since childhood. All right, so I am not an advocate for BLM for a reason. They were burning down USA monuments of truth. They were burning down homes. They are terrorists. They were raping white women, religiously manipulating them to marry them and to have Haman seed, which is an abomination against God. Why would I approve of that? I did not approve of that. While they were hypnotizing the people that I looked at, the white people I looked at that were supposed to be supportive of me after what they had done wrong to me, to convince those people to support them. You see what I'm saying? How insane that organization has been? They were robbing people of homes in the USA by bullying them, by forcing them to sit with them. That's communism. That's socialism. Get the hell out of America. You don't belong here. Boo Hamans, right? But in the Bible, their judgment is death for a reason.